Jake Paul, YouTuber, boxer, and a guy with a history of controversies. Whether he's throwing wild parties during a pandemic or calling out world champion boxers after just a few fights, Jake Paul always manages to stay in the spotlight. Now, Jake Paul first rose to fame as a teenager on Vine. It was a video app that exploded in popularity around 2013. He quickly built a reputation for wild, outrageous skits and stunts designed to grab instant attention. His growing popularity eventually landed him a role on a Disney Channel show. In 2017, Jake launched his YouTube channel and created Team 10, who were a group of young creators living together and making content. For Jake, the formula worked. Non-stop pranks, diss tracks, public feuds, and over-the-top stunts caused explosive growth. But with it came massive controversy. There were complaints from neighbors, there were police visits and lawsuits. Jake's antics often crossed boundaries. He was setting furniture on fire, disrupting public spaces, and staging dangerous pranks that eventually got him fired from Disney. In 2020, while most of the people were staying at home due to COVID-19, Jake Paul threw massive parties at his mansion. Despite rising case numbers and public health warnings, a lot of people gathered with little concern for masks or social distancing. Jake Paul brushed off the criticism, saying COVID was a lie and he didn't feel responsible for what happened. What could be possibly seen here is reactance theory. Reactance happens when people feel that their freedom to choose is being threatened. Instead of complying, they do the exact opposite, often out of a gut instinct to reclaim their sense of control. Jake likely perceived pandemic restrictions as a personal attack on his freedom. Instead of cooperating, he pushed back harder, hosting even bigger and riskier parties, publicly dismissing safety concerns. After switching from YouTube to professional boxing, Jake won a few matches but not against top fighters. Still, he quickly began calling himself one of the greatest and even challenged world champions like Canelo Alvarez. At the time, he had fought mostly non-professional athletes, not elite boxers. What we could possibly see here is the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is a cognitive bias where people with little knowledge or experience dramatically overestimate their own ability. Jake's early boxing wins gave him a false sense of achievement. Without enough experience to recognize the huge skill gap between himself and world-class fighters, he really believed he was ready to take on the best boxers. So, what do you guys think about Jake's overestimation of his boxing skills? In his early YouTube days, Jake was famous for his outrageous, often reckless stunts. From setting furniture on fire in his backyard, filling the neighborhood with smoke, to pranking strangers in public places, he constantly pushed the limits of what's acceptable. Neighbors eventually called the police repeatedly, and Jake even faced lawsuits. What we could possibly see here is risk compensation theory. This is a theory where people take bigger risks when they feel protected or invincible. When people believe they have a safety net like fame, money, or popularity, they, even without realizing it, could behave more recklessly. Jake Paul's growing fame, wealth, and millions of fans was like a psychological safety net for him. He probably felt untouchable, so he might have escalated his behavior because of that, pulling bigger stunts without seriously considering consequences. In recent years, Jake Paul promoted various cryptocurrency and NFT projects, some of which were found to be scams. He encouraged fans to invest often without clear warnings about the risks involved. What we could possibly see here might be optimism bias. Optimism bias is a tendency to believe that we are less likely to suffer negative consequences than other people. It's why we think bad things might happen to others but not to us. Optimism bias probably made Jake underestimate the legal and ethical dangers of promoting shady projects. He may have genuinely believed that these ventures would succeed and nothing serious will happen. Jake Paul became successful by pushing boundaries and limits, but also he might have felt psychologically safe in doing so because of the fame and money that he has. So what do you guys think about Jake Paul? Do you think success earned by pushing limits of what's possible is worth it in the long run? Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.